Hey, good morning, guys. Goose here. Welcome to STN Stock Talk with Ricky and myself. Ready for a great day. It's only Tuesday, new month, feeling good. Hopefully, you guys have checked us out over at stocktraders.net, guys. Leading online trading community. We did something pretty awesome yesterday. Not sure everybody saw it with the market going crazy, but they're doing a free trial over there. Hopefully, you guys come check us out. We got an incredible thing starting with Tron that Ricky's talked about. Guys, I encourage you guys, come take a look at us over there at stocktraders.net. We're a really strong community. Everybody's friendly over there. Join the free trading room. You don't even have to go to the premium side and send any of us messages on anything we're discussing or anything you're looking at that you like a little help with, or something that you're seeing that we show you that you want to learn a little bit more from. So feel free to join us. I just want to remind you guys that any of the ideas what we're talking about, it's all informational purposes, guys. It's not something we're recommending. There's not a solicitation. We just try to bring you a couple ideas every single day, and hopefully you guys learn something from it, or it's helping you guys out a little bit. So with that, I'm going to turn it right over to Ricky. I know he's got a few things to talk about. I'm excited to hear what he has, and hopefully we see you over there at the site. But in the meantime, let's have a great morning, and I'm going to be back with you guys in a couple minutes. Thanks, Ricky.
Thanks a lot, Goose. Good morning, everybody. Ricky Analog here. Like Goose said, we got Tron coming. It's STN's revolutionary new trading app. It's allowing the community as a whole to choose entries on these trades through live polls taken in the room, and then the trades are taken with real money. And this is allowing the community to learn in my opinion, the ever important skill of remaining emotionless throughout the trades as they give the stock the room it needs to play out. I can't stress enough how often I see people putting way too tight a stop on something just to justify getting into a trade, and then they're stopped out over and over and over, paper cut after paper cut. This is going to let people be able to remain on the emotionless side and let the trade move and do its thing and either hit the target or the stop. And then the participants are going to have their votes tracked, and the results will be aggregated in a competition style that in the end is going to result in the winner being crowned, with the grand prize being an all expense paid trip to Scotland to travel around with Monaco Trader in a supercar. That to me is beyond amazing. I wish I could be in this contest, but we will be over at stocktraders.net and answering all kinds of questions about this guy. So come check us out. Like Goose said, we got a free trial. Now, enough of that. Let's get straight into the picks, guys. First thing I'm looking at is BPTH, and I know everyone else is as well. So they're up on what I would consider pretty lame phase 2 news. It doesn't even seem like it's end results. It just seems like kind of like looks like it's working type deal. Right now it's up 60%. It hit like a high of, I think, 328. They have an active 125 million shelf. 25 million of that is an ATM with Cantor that has not been touched. It's an old ATM, but they have no money. Here comes the phase 2 news to pop it. I mean, we've seen this movie before, guys. The float's around 8 million. They have warrants a bit higher, which kind of has me thinking maybe they'll try to get it higher later. But I think right now we're butting right into that 200, the descending 200. You know this company's a turd. I know you think, based on where the price used to be, that maybe it was good at a point. No, that was a 1-for-10 reverse split. They're no stranger to delisting notices. Yeah, that's it with this company. I'm short biased. I'm going to be looking for an entry on it. We've already got a retrace into the 5-minute 20. I would actually be looking to short pops close to the pre-market highs on this one and use the pre-market highs as my out, maybe give it a little bit of room over that in case. But if it wants to break that and get higher, by all means, I'm going to let this thing get legs, and I will look for a re-entry. I'll take a small paper cut on it in order to get the bigger move later, but I'm not going to sit here adding to the front side, guys. You know my style does not allow for that. The next thing I want to talk about is Amazon, which is not typically in my wheelhouse. It's not a micro-cap turd, but I do think from a technical standpoint, we have some interesting things here. You got the fact that it pretty much retraced from highs all the way back down to the 20 SMA on the weekly. You got Trump going out there and bashing him. He's got a personal vendetta, it seems like, against Bezos. I personally think Trump's a bit out of his league on this one. Amazon doesn't, in my opinion, need the post office. The post office needs Amazon. You're talking about a company that is right on the edge of putting out of business UPS and FedEx and starting their own shipping services. I honestly think that without Amazon right now, the post office would be dead. And as far as what I think about the stock, it's a strong stock. It's going to be something that if you don't have in your IRA or your retirement portfolio, you should be looking for dips to add. Obviously, a dip down to the 200 would be a great spot, but I think this thing may have some bounce in it today or in the coming days. So I'm going to be long bias on Amazon. I'm looking for some higher lows on this thing to get long. Now, I know a lot of people that follow me maybe I don't really like to trade stocks in that price range. Trust me, they move the same. Just take less shares. It works, okay? Next thing on my list, guys, SLS. I've been getting a lot of messages about this one. I just want to set the record straight. OS is around 6 million. There's a fund that holds 3.5 million. Float 2.5, give or take. All right, let's get that settled. Next thing, they are voting on the issuance of over 20% of the OS to fund the Series A. I think it's Series A preferred. I'm not looking at the filing right in front of me. I just so don't quote me on what letter in the series it is, but there's some preferred stock that when it converts will be for more than 20% of the OS. It's in connection with them buying SLS or Celius, however you say, whatever the company is now. It's in conjunction with that purchase of that company. This used to be Gale, and then hopefully, if you guys follow me, you know who Gale is. Big time former turd. So the problem is that this company owning 3.5 million shares of the OS is going to be all this company needs to get the votes to approve that issuance of the 20% or higher. So the vote will pass, and it may even have already passed. So just know that there is dilution on the horizon, but do know that it is a small float. If this thing can get over 10 and hold, wouldn't surprise me if it has a day two in it. And like I always do, let it run. Let it show you the top, then wait for a lower high, find the area to put risk against, and then, size accordingly. Now, I will be short bias on this, but I do want to wait for it, guys. So that being said, that's everything on my list. I know I took a little bit too long there. Goose, take it away, bro.
Thanks, man. No problem at all. Good job on that. And the fundamental stuff that you're putting together is great. Just to remind you, on these things like BPTH, you did it last week. I forget the name it was. You take a little haircut on it, and then you just destroy it on the back end. That happens, guys. That's smart trading, knowing your risk reward, taking it off, let it set up, jump on the backside, and make a killer trade. So don't marry these things. Trade what the market's giving you. So very good. And that was well done last week. I forgot the ticker that you did it on, but it was a sweet trade. It was really
probably
nice.
Every ticker I trade.
So jumping right into my names here, I want to jump into SWCH Switch. They came out with some bad numbers, some downgrade as far as price targets and stuff. It's already down $1.50. So what am I looking for? You could see it's broken. The chart to me is broken through all these levels here, all these prior pivots. And you can see it's kind of holding a level here, but I have no interest down here. What I'm hoping for is, whether it's going to be short covering or anything to push it up into this 15 area. Why 15? Because it's that initial pivot that was from these lows over here. And I would love to fade it if it got a little bit more legs into this 50 and 20. And why am I even putting it up here being so far away? I'm just hoping with this market and a little strength in the market that maybe it can make a little early push into that 15 area. I had put on my tweet that ideally 50-20 day. I might start early in the high 14s or that 15 area, depending if it makes an immediate lower high. So I really do like the SWCH short, but there's got to be meat on the bone. Obviously, the low on it's down at 12 or something like that after the numbers had come out. But I would love to see a push and sell in the strength on this thing, and then let it fade and do hopefully a late day fade from 10 a.m. on. I'm going to jump right over because I know we're a little shorter on time. Don't want to lose you guys. Onto Intel. Hang on a sec. There we go. That's the right symbol. So what I was looking for on Intel, just to show you, I put on there this pre-market. You can see the action on this is, I'm not going to sit here and argue with anybody as far as whether it was oversold and the Apple news is going to have a big effect or not a big effect, and everybody's fighting back and forth. What I was looking for is this 50-day here, kind of pop, close back above it, And I'm looking for it when I put the 49.30, you could see this level pre-market at the end of the day yesterday, okay? So that's what I'm looking for, a push through that and back up into the 50 to 51 area to start making some sales. The other side of it is if it wants to do an initial pull, what I'm going to see is right in this 48.40 area, which I drew a little line, is the 50-day. So I kind of want to see how it acts. I'll wait for a higher low, and that'll be my entry. Now, if it does an imbalance or some sort of wash right at the open, I might entertain a long on that too, which would be my only trade right at the open. A big wash, I'll scoop some up there as well, especially if the market's going to be nice today, which it's looking like. So I think there's a couple good areas to possibly get long the Intel. 49.30 will be my first entry. Right at the open, if it wants to make a push, I like that little area for a push back up on 50 or better. I'll pull back to the 50-day area, and obviously looking for those lower highs. So last one I want to touch base on is one I've talked about a lot, but the only reason I like this is again, a risk reward. Look, you can see what it's doing. I drew a little line here just to break it off. You can see it coming off the 200-day. It's been holding for a few days. I have my eye on it. You can see the little trend as far as what it's doing. Is today the day that it kind of breaks trend and makes a push back up on 11 or 1150? And that's what I'm looking for. What can I risk? I just got to be smart with my entry. I'm not sure I would give it all the way down to the 200-day or not. Depends on where my entry is, but I like the long idea on this. And it'll be a risk reward play. Make sure my entry's good and see if today is the day that it pushes through. The reason I'm using today is the market's up, looking stronger. We had all that craziness going on the last few days, and it's still been holding the 200-day. I like the long idea a lot. Sorry to cover it. I know I've covered it a couple weeks ago as far as a long, or I think I traveled it one time as a short, one time as a long, but it's setting up on the daily. So that's why I like it again. So anyway, that's it for me today. There's a lot out there, guys, with all these names coming in. The charts are looking really great. As far as levels, just be smart. If you're trading the bigger names, the Amazons, the Microsofts, the Nvidias, all those names, making sure you're keeping an eye on the SPY and everything going on with the market. And let's have a great day today, guys, and finish the rest of the day strong. Talk to you guys in a bit. See you tomorrow morning, 9:05. There you go, Ricky.
Very, very well said, Goose. Yes, I know you cover XNET a lot, but oftentimes you're very correct and spot on those XNET trades. And I've actually taken a few with you and made quite a bit of coin on it. Guys, free trial for the premium room. I can't stress that enough. Get over there, sign up. Titus is going to take the open, sharing his screen, calling trades live. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Titus or not, but the guy is a murderer of trades. Like, he just crushes it every single day. I don't even know if the guy has red days. He's just that good. So come check us out, guys. www.stocktraders.net. Come hit us up. If you don't have a plan, you don't have a trade, stay safe out there. Let's go out and crush it.